Unfortunately, with Ryan Garcia and his situation, we are seeing a young man with everything to lose unravel right in front of our eyes. Yes, he signed to Oscar De La Hoya, who we know is a trustee of modern chemistry, who likes to hit the powder room pretty often. But whether it was the press conference or other multiple media appearances last week, that dude was on fire. And unfortunately, Ryan looked and sounded like he was off the same bag that Oscar was on. Devin Haney even pointed this out in the press conference at how bad Garcia's voice sounded in the process, and he called out the apparent usage. And Garcia went on an unhinged rant about how all he does is drink and smoke, which was why do you do that when you're trying to promote being an athlete? So whatever. But it's not an absolute in all cases. But let's be real: the drip, gumming out, the twitches, the eyes, the erratic and bipolar social media posts, the unexplained sharing of intimate details with certain women, calling out multiple people to fight other than his contracted opponent, Devin Haney. These all scream that he was deep on a bender and his mind was far from right. Now, on the internet, it started off as a joke on many pages, but the jokes eventually turned into genuine concern after days upon days of this nonstop behavior and constant social media posts. Everyone from Ryan's ex-wife was out there saying that he needs to get help. He was ultimately admitted into a psychiatric facility. His phone was taken from him, but it's, he's been released. He's been cleared. The fight is still on. If I'm the promoter, I'd be pulling the plug on it, even if it cost me money. But Oscar De La Hoya is a scumbag, and he definitely will not do that. This poor kid has gone through it over the last year. I mean, if you just look at the timeline, this time last year, he was an undefeated 24-year-old prospect. He was a phenom sitting on a 23-year-old record, and he had all the social media fame and clout in the world. He was ramping up to fight Gervonta Tank Davis in what was a really big fight that fans actually wanted to see and was bringing true eyes back to the sport of boxing, not just an influencer boxing situation. He was married with 2 kids and another on the way. Then he gets knocked out by Tank with a body shot. His team, including Oscar, abandons him. He bounced back with a win last December against Duarte, but he announced his divorce just a couple of weeks later in January. Unfortunately, guys, we've seen this story before, and it does not end well without intervention. How many other prospects in boxing eventually had their careers derailed because of their lifestyle choices and behaviors, and they had promoters who weren't looking out for their best interest to try to protect them? It's happened from everyone from Oscar to Bob Arum, Dodd King, Eddie Hearn, Espinoza, so on and so forth. They'll just churn and burn the next fighter, and they don't truly care. As for Ryan Garcia, though, when you're being called the Kanye of boxing and it's because of your manic behavior and not because of your artistry in your craft, that's a problem. Stick around after the break, folks. We're going to close out the hour by going 3 rounds. I'm Jordan Kurtz. Follow me at Comments from the Peanut Gallery. This is the MMA Plug on 98.1 FM, Mile High Sports Radio. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. That helps us continue to produce this original MMA content and bring it for you every single week. Tune in to the MMA Plug on 98.1 FM, Mile High Sports Radio.